Everybody's busy in their personal life, but nobody is busier than the avoidant. They are busy bees. Busy with work, busy with hobbies, busy with activities, busy with friendships, busy with family relationships. That to-do list of errands and chores and activities is just never ending. But as their partner, you often find yourself at the very bottom of that priority list, that to-do list. You're at the bottom of it. Work, hobbies, friendships, chores, errands, to-do list. It always comes above their partner and the relationship. And it can be very frustrating. You feel like you're just not a priority to this person. The answer is, you're not. If you're dealing with a dismissive avoidant, you are dealing with a person that deprioritizes their romantic partner in order to create emotional distance. And the constant busyness, being busy with work, really being a workaholic, a hobbyaholic, busy here, busy there, is a method of creating emotional distance between themselves and their partner. Because it's really hard to create emotional intimacy when you are always too busy to spend quality time with your person. When your partner is at the bottom of that priorities list, how can you really foster and promote emotional closeness? You can't. Plus, the busyness, the constant working, the constant activities, the constant hobbies, it's a method of avoiding. This is a person that was on the receiving end of consistent childhood emotional neglect. They weren't given that love and nurturing in the way that they needed, and they weren't able to express themselves. Their feelings were shot down and dismissed. So what they learned is that emotions weren't safe. They couldn't communicate their needs and feelings, so they learned to stuff it and to put on a happy face and just not deal with it. They learned to avoid problems and avoid those painful emotions. So the constant activities, the constant busyness is a distraction. It helps distract them from the emotions that they don't want to face. That inner wound of shame that comes from the personalization of that neglect in childhood, it helps them avoid that shame. They don't have to deal with it. But it also creates emotional distance. And that's because emotional closeness, emotional intimacy, and vulnerability feels extremely unsafe to them. It all comes from that wound of shame. See, they did personalize that neglect growing up to feel defective and unlovable. And that is why they put up walls around their heart and they keep their partner on the other side of that wall. Because their subconscious fear, and some are consciously aware of it, is that if I lower my walls and I let my partner into my heart, my partner is going to figure me out. And they're going to realize that I'm defective and they're going to reject me and I'm going to get hurt. So their subconscious mind directly associates emotional intimacy with rejection and even abandonment. So emotional distance feels safe because if there's emotional distance between themselves and their partner, they're not at risk for getting exposed as being defective. It's not that they are actually defective, but deep down they perceive themselves to be defective. So they create space, emotional distance between themselves and their partner to regulate their nervous system, avoid dealing with any issues in the relationship, avoid dealing with their inner issues and emotions that they don't want to face, and avoid confronting that inner shame. So that constant busyness is their way of coping by not actually dealing with their inner problems and just diving into things like work, hobbies, friendships, etc. But if you're the partner and you're constantly being deprioritized, it can be a very painful thing to go through because you feel like you don't matter to this person. You feel like you are always at the bottom of the list. But it's not because of you. It's not because of your worth or the quality of a partner that you are. It has no reflection on how lovable you are. What it is a reflection on this person and their inability to actually handle normal intimacy, normal vulnerability, normal commitment, and normal healthy relationship behaviors. It's a reflection of their insecurities and the way that they deal with things, which is to not deal with it, avoid it, and distract themselves. So if you feel like you're being deprioritized and your partner is not showing up for you the way that you need, and they're constantly busy with other things, that's an opportunity for you to hold a boundary and assert your limits and say, this kind of interaction isn't working for me. I feel like we're not spending quality time together, and I feel like I'm being deprioritized. And while I understand life stuff happens, not being prioritized is not something that works for me in a relationship, and we need to find a healthy balance. And if we're not able to do that, then I need to take a step back and reevaluate if this relationship works for me. Now, they could either step up and respect your boundaries or walk away. But if they do walk away and they don't put in the effort to respect your boundaries and your needs, what they're really telling you is that they were never going to show up for you. They weren't concerned about meeting your needs. They're not empathizing with you, and they're never going to meet your expectations. As painful as that is, let them go. Because if you're looking for a close relationship with emotional intimacy with a partner that truly prioritizes you and they're refusing to do so, you certainly can't force them, but you can hold your boundaries. And if they do walk away, now you're free to find a partner that would put in the same effort to you as you put into them, that prioritizes you the way you prioritize them. Don't sell yourself short. Your needs aren't needy. You have every right to want the attention, the prioritization, the love and affection and effort in the relationship that you give in return. Don't sell yourself short, but also recognize their busyness isn't because of you.